Well, I was out running a few errands today. Something totally kind of related, but unrelated in a way. But
okay,
I go to the excuse me, a little hiccup there. I go to the GMC store and get my vitamins and things, and I've told you that I've been out running the track, and I do 3, sometimes 4 miles.
Yeah.
And just staying with it. And, I've always taken, I try to take care of myself. It's just me, myself, and I. So I got to take care of myself. And
right.
So this younger guy, he's always working there. Every time I go in there, he's always, hey, how's it going? How's it going today? What's new? Just chit chat. And me, I'm not a big chatty guy, but I'm in there, once a month maybe.
Right.
So we always talk and stuff, and yeah, I get these herbal supplements, like a green tea extract, or like what they call like a berry mix. They call it a superfood, and it just boosts your metabolism and things like that,
The Acai or whatever that is, right? ACAI.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. So I get this energy formula. It's what it's called, and he's just like, "Does this work?" I said, "Well, to be honest with you, I don't know." I said, I take it, just to give me a little bit of a natural boost. Right. Because I'm not a big coffee guy. I have a couple coffee and, a couple cups in the morning, and that's it. Some people I know drink coffee all day, kind of like you.
I don't drink it all day anymore, but I do drink a pot of coffee every single day.
Yeah, see, I drink 2 cups and I'm good.
I drink a 12-cup pot every day. between 6 or 7, whenever I'm done with yoga.
Sure.
Then and like the first 2 hours, I drink a full pot of coffee.
Right. So we just started talking and stuff, and I said, I just do that, just over good general overall health. And I told him, sure. I said, yeah, I run the track up here. He goes, really? I go, yeah. I said, I do 3 to 4 miles a day. Wow, that's impressive. I said, really? That's impressive? I said, why? Because I'm an old dude? He goes, no. He goes, not everybody does that. I said, well, yeah, that's true. And we were kind of just talking about that. And I said, but, I said, I try to keep the stress levels like to a very bare minimum. I said, I eliminate all the negativity and this and that. And I said, how old do you think I am? And he goes, I don't know. Are you in your early 40s?
Nice.
And I said, wow, that's very complimentary. I said, I'm 52. He goes, holy shit, dude, you look amazing for 52. I said, well, I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. I don't smoke. I rarely drink. I get out and exercise. I keep the stress levels low.
Right.
I said, all those things will just kill you,
Yeah.
So then we started talking about, life. Because I kind of guesstimate this guy to be maybe in his late 20s. And I said, I just never fell into that trap. I said, especially a small town like this. I said, where, the expectation is you marry your high school sweetheart and you go buy that house in suburbia and you bang out a couple of kids and got to work the 9 to 5 and drive the minivan and, rack up the debt.
Right.
I said, I don't do that. Right. And he goes, well, yeah, but that's what the girls expect. I said, there's the trap right there.
Yeah.
I said, I'll go out with a girl. And I said, if things go along fine, I said, she can stay around. But the minute she starts causing me a stress and a headache, you're gone.
That's right.
Out. It's like as much as I may or may not like the chick, if she starts causing me stress and headache, she's gone.
Yeah. I don't blame you even a little, dude. I have zero interest in ever getting into a relationship.
Yeah. So I was telling him that, and he goes, wow, that's good advice, man. He goes, I promise I won't get into that trap.
Yeah. He's probably already in that trap.
He doesn't appear to me as a, he just looks like he's just a nice guy, just looking to just be chill,
Right.
So anyway,
it's funny though that you don't think that running 3 to 4 miles a day is impressive at 2?
Yeah, 52.
Jesus Christ, dude! I'm happy if I drive that far in a day. That's pretty impressive to me.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I just gotten so into trying to get in shape and stay lean and because I told you what prompted that, right? We talked about it here on the show.
What, the only thing I remember is that you just were thinking about, end of days and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. And I was waking up in the middle of the night with some, anxiety.
Right.
And that's what prompted me. It's just like you feel like you're, I feel like, the song, Loving You's a Dirty Job. I woke up in the morning flat out on my back, you know. I couldn't move a muscle like I had a heart attack.
Right.
That's kind of how I felt.
It is very interesting to me that you, who really doesn't stress about anything, do worry that much about dying.
Well, it wasn't about dying. It's the overall just feeling. Your health, your feeling, how you feel. I wasn't worried about so much dying as it just like I feel like I don't feel good.
Right. Well, that's true. When I go and stop doing the yoga, even though I'm still a fat mess. But even being a fat mess, the fact that I'm doing the yoga, I feel a lot more energy.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's good and bad, though, because and this is where you and I are very different. When you got in shape, it seems to me, and boy, this is going to sound really gay coming out of my mouth, but whatever. It seems to me like you sleep better, because before you used to always bitch that you didn't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
And now I don't hear that anymore.
No,
so I'm assuming you sleep better.
I do. I'm asleep before 10 o'clock at night because I got to get up at 5:30.
Right.
And it's all good. It's all everything's good. I dropped two pant sizes and just feeling better.
And see, for me, now that I'm getting a lot more into the groove of the yoga and stuff, I can't sleep for shit. Because I have so much energy now.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I try to go to bed every night about 1 a.m, and I don't fall asleep until like 5.
Right.
No matter what I do, I don't fall asleep till 5.
Sure.
And I get up at like 7:38. And then I just roll again, and I'm fucking sluggish in the morning. But then I get revved up again.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm a fat slug that's eating shit, then I sleep a lot better.
Right.
Just, nothing puts you to sleep better than a fucking meal from McDonald's.
Sure.
That puts you damn near in a coma.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is since I've gotten things going and whatever, one of the things that I always look forward to while doing the show is that I'll have like one cocktail an hour.
Right.
So I have 6 cocktails over an hour over a show time.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that anymore.
You can't?
Nope.
Oh boy.
Because it just my metabolism is so fast now.
Yeah.
It just almost makes me feel, I don't know what it is. It just makes me feel bad.
So now what do you drink? Like 2?
About 2, yeah.
Wow.
And then see, like I have a bottle of water with me right now. I got, just sitting here drinking water.
Yeah. I made sure I had 10 beers.
Yes. If I did that, it would just, and it would not be out of the question of drinking a bottle of wine during the show.
Right.
You can't drink a bottle of wine.
Yeah. Well, and when you were here 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that was, you drank a half a bottle of what is that Behringer?
Yeah,
Red?
I had some Behringer.
Yeah, you drank a half a bottle of it. Exactly a half a bottle.
And that was it.
And I think you shared that with somebody, too, didn't you?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think you drank that all yourself.
No, I didn't drink that all myself, so.
And that was a day when everybody was getting fucked up.
Yeah, and I just can't do it because I feel bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't have that curse.
Because I just literally, my body feels bad.
Yeah.
So, and the same thing, I've been doing this a long time anyway, but I have 0 sugar in my diet.
Right.
I used to put sugar in my coffee. Mm-hmm. Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm a sweet and low guy for that.
Yeah, well, I don't have any sweeteners at all.
See, I do the sweet and low for the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. But I've cut out all milk, and I've cut out, for the most part, I've cut out bread. And, I'm eating my cookies.
Yeah.
I'm eating my cookies, and I've lost, I don't know, like 17, 18 pounds or something.
Well, there you go.
It does work. It's working slow, and it's frustrating, but whatever.
Sure.
Whatever. It's, probably drinking 10 beers tonight doesn't help me a whole bunch, but,
It's like, God damn it, I worked my ass off this week. I deserve it.
That's really what it is, because I don't drink during the week.
Sure.
and that used to be my thing. You remember my Wednesdays were infamous. That I would go Wednesdays and just fucking run up ridiculous bar tabs.
Yeah, you and Scotty.
Yeah, me and Scotty and whoever else showed up.
Right.
And it would be, $200, $300, $400 bar tabs every single Wednesday.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It was crazy, but it was divorce hangover. So it was what it was. But now I'm not doing that anymore. I don't drink. Even when I'm in Pittsburgh, I fear it in Pittsburgh because I got that Ohio plate on my car. So I know they're just looking for me to do something stupid to stop me. So for the very most part, I don't drink in Pittsburgh, and when I come here, I don't drink unless I'm, if I'm hanging out with somebody, I'll drink. But if I'm not, and it's like lately my thing has been I hook up with Kel on a Friday night, and me and her will get all hammered.
Yeah.
But now she's not drinking either, so it's like I'm not even doing that anymore.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's no good, dude. I mean, believe me, there's nobody who enjoys a nice cold cocktail, a wine, or or some vodka of some kind, whatever. I love that, but I can't do more than 2 or 3, and I'm done.
Yeah, see, I'll never have that. I'll always be an alcoholic at heart, and I love beer. I love it, and I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to pretend that I don't, and I'm not going to sit there and say, "Well, I'm not going to drink it anymore." It's nonsense. I'm going to.
Right.
But the best I can do these days is that Saturday nights. That's my one cheat time, and so be it.
Yeah, well, that's it for me too. And again, as since the beginning of the year, yeah. I've just kind of weaned off of that. Not intentionally, but just because I can't do it, because I just feel sick.
Right, and I'm just going to put this out in the chat room now since it's already starting. I don't care if aspartame is bad for you. I don't give a shit. I don't need your fucking health advice. And here's the deal. I'm going to die anyway. I bought a 1,500 pack of Sweet and Low, and I can guarantee you that I will drink 1,500 cups of coffee with that Sweet and Low, no matter what fucking science you put in the chat room about how it's bad for you. So stop.
Yeah, everything's bad for you these days anyway.
You know what? I'm fucking fat. I am the biggest person ever at experience in knowing what's bad for me. I eat bad food. I drink bad drinks. You can't tell me that drinking this Miller Lite right now is better for me than a fucking packet of aspartame.
Right.
Stop it. And even if it is, fuck you. Maybe I want cancer. Did you ever think of that?
Right.
Maybe it's the only way I can lose weight is to get cancer. Did you ever think of that?
Did you ever hear anybody get a diagnosis? This poor fella here, he's got terminal cancer. If only he'd laid off that Sweet and Low.
Yeah, I never have heard that. I've never run into one guy that has cancer that runs around going, God damn that Sweet and Low.
Yeah, all I've heard is, man, I wish I had stopped smoking 30 years ago. Man, I wish I had stopped drinking 25 years ago.
Man, I can't believe I went all those years without smoking, but that goddamn Splenda did it to me.
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You're going to die anyway. Guess what? Who the fuck wants to live to be 80?
Yeah.
Not me. I want to be 55, and that is exactly 8 years from now. That's what I'm gunning for. So you know what? I'm going to take aspartame. In fact, I might have an aspartame sandwich tonight. What do you think of that? I might get 2 fucking pieces of white bread, which is the worst kind of bread to have, and spread 14 packs of fucking Sweet and Low on it and eat it.
Yeah, do an Ally Sheedy from the Breakfast Club where she takes the meat out of the sandwich and she spreads the pixie sticks all over.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do, but just with Sweet and Low. I'm going to have an aspartame sandwich.
Yeah, you could take 2 pieces of bread, spread butter on it, and then sprinkle it with aspartame.
Forget spread butter. I'm just going to get a big, like a serving spoon, and I'm going to scoop it out. So it's a big old fucking chunk of butter, because that's bad for you too.
Right.
Butter and aspartame.
Nice.
That's my sandwich for tonight.
Right.
And I'm going to put a lot of melted cheese on it too. How's that grab you?
Well, this is your classic health show.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we have a lot of fun on this show, and we do a lot of goofy stuff and tell a lot of goofy stories. But, I'm going to tell my experience from last night a little bit later in the show because I got a lot to tell. But
okay.
I met fans last night, and I'm not really going to get specifically into it, but I realize more and more when I go out to events and people actually know who I am, because apparently the classic metal show is better known than I even give it credit for.
Yeah. And
I don't even think about it, but sometimes especially this year when I was out at NAMM and I was out at, I was in LA last week, and then I was at a show last night, and I mention who I am to people, and people freak out and go, "Oh my God, I listen to," and they give you the lowdown on different things that they remember. And I know that they're real fans.
Right.
But I also realize, and in some regard, that I have a voice and a responsibility somewhat to the fans, and they kind of take to heart what you and I say, whether, for whatever reason.
Right.
So, I know that our fans are in our age bracket.
Yeah, they're about our age.
And so, you know what the thing is, I'm going to share a little of my personal life with you, and I hope good health, good good things for the people who listen to the show, because for whatever reason, when you have a voice and you're quote unquote famous, people seem to pay attention to what you're saying.
Which makes no sense, but I do get it.
Yes, and so it's my little message to my friends and fans out there in the classic metal show world that, hey, if you're in your middle age, and maybe word to the wise, kind of take care of yourself. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, because in a couple of years when you're sad, when Neely's doing a tribute to my death show, then you'll be like, you could be next.
True.
Keep that in mind.
Sure.
When I'm dead and Neely announces it on the show at some point,
sure,
just remember, you could be next.
Yeah.
So don't eat that aspartame.
Well, all I got to say is just good health to everybody. That's my biggest wish for anybody who listens to this dumb show.
Is this you having a sentimental moment?
Well, you know what? I had a talk with Dawn this morning over breakfast.
Okay.
And a lot of things that we talked about made a lot of sense, and I'll get into it after the break.
Yeah, okay.
So, it's just, when you get it seems like when you get a certain stage in your life, you kind of get a different perspective.
Yeah.
And it is definitely I think about the song that I played last week from the Fireball Ministry, the Great Awakening.
Sure.
It's like this, it's kind of a weird transition, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I'm at the half-century mark, and it's kind of a weird transition, and I get it now.
Do you plan on making it to 100?
No, I never even think about that. Although my dad, the longevity seems to run into my family.
Okay.
Because my dad's grandmother, his father's mother, she lived to be over 100.
Right.
And then my grandfather, he lived to be like 96. And my grandmother lived to be 96. And my dad, he just turned 87.
Right.
And he's in really good health.
Okay.
So I think that's a lot of genetics in that.
Yeah.
But
See,
is it my goal to live to 100? No. I have no idea. I could be gone tomorrow.
How old do you want to be?
I don't even know. I mean, as long as I'm healthy and I can get around on my own and I'm not demented in some way,
right?
That's all that matters.
See, I'd be good if I was old and I had dementia, because I won't remember.
Yeah, but why would you want to live and have a deteriorating body to where you're shitting yourself and people got to take care of you?
See, that's my whole thing. Is I want to go just long enough to where it starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
And the minute it falls apart, bye. I don't want to even be here. I don't want to, I wrote about this in Victories. I watched my dad just be this fucking minuscule shell of himself, and he was 69. Don't want any part of that.
Right.
None. I would rather be like, all right, I'm cool, but I've got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And just fucking have it take me in like 3 weeks and be done.
Right, kind of like Lemmy.
Yeah, exactly. Just be done.
Yeah, he rocked till he dropped.
Yeah, and see, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a solid way to go. Or I know me, if I found out I had cancer, there's no question in my mind the judge would be one billet lighter pretty quick.
Sure.
Because I would absolutely go in the backyard, sit in the ravine and blow my head off.
Right.
that shit. And I've told you this before too. If I ever do come up with like cancer or any of that shit, there's no chance I'm going to do fucking chemo or any of that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I've had too much damage in my life. I've had too much, with that burn accident and whatnot. I'm not going to do well with that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So why bother?
Yeah.
Just be like, fuck it. I got my time in. That's why I write all these books and fucking make sure I have everything out there that I want to have out there.
Right. Which is kind of how I feel about this show.
Right. Exactly.
That even though we do all kinds of silliness and fun and everything, periodically I will throw out a nugget of wisdom that you could choose to follow or not.
Sure.
But, the thing is there would be nothing worse or more devastating to me than to be disabled or have a debilitating disease or, it's just like, there's no point in living.
Right. The big one for me is a stroke. If I had a stroke where I couldn't talk anymore, I think I'd want to be dead.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that would just be the end for me.
Right. You don't want to be Stephen Hawking.
No, not at all. Well, I had a grandfather. Here's a story I've never told before. My grandfather that lived in Solon, he had a really fucking fucked up stroke. He was my dad's dad. And he had a really fucked up stroke. And he could not say any words. All he would say is "fey" all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you could tell he could think. Because like we would go over to his house on Sundays a lot when I was a little kid, and we would watch football. And he'd be watching the games, and we'd be talking to him. We'd be like, "Hey, what do you think about the Cowboys this year, Grandpa?" And he'd be like, "Oh, Fay." That's all he could fucking say was Fay.
Mm-hmm.
And for a little bit of a time, he couldn't walk without. I mean, he had a 4-prong walker, but my grandma always had to, help him up and help him sit on the shitter and all this shit, wipe his ass, it's fucking horrendous. And so there was one time for about a year that he really fucking got his ass motivated to work. And he worked with the therapists and whatnot. And he all of a sudden started saying words, and we would go over to his house for a while and, we would do flashcards with him and show him fucking thing. And he'd go milk or bread or dog, and he was really kicking ass for a little while. Then he had another fucking stroke and lost all that again.
Wow.
And then he just fucking lived out his life fucking miserable because he knew he had come close and didn't make it.
Right.
And didn't make it all the way back. So he spent the last years of his life just fucked. And I know that's one of the reasons that I just don't want to be old.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I watched it in real time and was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I think I'd get in my car and just let go of the wheel.
Sure.
Just fuck it. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.